Go.
We have a couple of new programs at the Center for Latino and Latin American Studies. One is the Mexican Indigenous Studies program, and we work in Mexico, in the National Archive, and in a provincial archive in Guadalajara, doing research on indigenous people in Western Mexico. This year I went with 4 students. Everything was paid for. They were able to develop a research project while they were there and do research on indigenous peasant women who were brought to court in the 18th century because the woman was no longer married. Her husband had died, and there were efforts to try to take her land, so one of the students did a project on that. We also have one of the students did a project on sodomy laws from the 17th century. And so there are a number of really great research projects that we want undergraduates to be involved in this program.
So my name is Sandy Lopez. I'm the Assistant Director at the Center for Latino and Latin American Studies. I advise students who are minoring in Latino and Latin American Studies, and I always tell them this is not the bilingual minor, it's the bicultural minor. So learning more about your history, your roots, and not just Latinos here in the US, also all of Latin America. I'm a Chicago Heights native. I went to Garfield Elementary. I was in the bilingual program there with Miss Allen. I still remember her. It was really difficult because I was playing catch up for a big part of my life because I came to school only speaking Spanish. But if someone from Garfield Elementary who only spoke Spanish going into kindergarten had, zero knowledge on how to get to college or what to do or how to pay for it made it, I know you all can make it too. I came here as a freshman. I'm a first-generation Latina, and my parents were migrant workers. My father later on went to work in the steel mills in Chicago. His brother brought him up here, and he went to work there, but then he got injured, so my dad was unemployed for a very long time. So when it was time for me to come to NIU, I was really lost because no one had gone before me. Luckily, I qualified for financial aid, and I applied for scholarships. Anything that said Latino or Latina on there, or Mexican, I applied. And I sent off, and here's the key. You can apply for many scholarships and use the same essay, so you don't have to get fearful, how am I going to do this? It's going to be a lot of work. Just reuse your letter. I stayed here, I graduated from NIU, I have a master's from NIU, but really it was really important to know you can't do it on your own. You have to ask for help, and there's so many centers here, and that's what I love about NIU. There's a writing center, tutoring center, time management center. We have all these cultural centers. We have student orgs, we have student life. NIU wants you to do well. We want to make sure you succeed and that you're here, kind of like me, behind this desk. So it's so important that you find your voice and you ask for help.